The environment that we live in isn't ours.
It's our responsibility to take care of it.
The Green League is among the largest political parties in Finland. The slogan for Green League is not left, not right, but forwards. We spoke with someone who had recently moved from Finland to the UK about the environmental conditions.
So when I first came to the UK, I didn't really know what to expect with their recycling program. But I've been pleasantly surprised, especially with the gumdrop thing they have on campus. That's really cool. The only thing I've been kind of worried about is if I'm recycling the right things, because here you put all the recycling into one bin, and in Finland you have different bins for glass, metal and cardboard and stuff, so that's yeah.
In Finland, they operate a deposit return scheme through which consumers pay a small sum, equivalent to roughly 10p, upon purchase of plastic or glass bottles. They can return the bottles to specialist vending machines with a barcode reader, which allow them to get a refund back for each bottle. The return rate for reusable bottles, glass and plastic, was 96% in 2010. The environmental government in Britain have been considering this scheme for a while, as recycling rates in Britain fell to 44% last year after flatlining for 5 years, according to Keep Britain Tidy. More than half of the 35 million plastic bottles sold in Britain every day are not collected for recycling, but instead are left as litter or put into a landfill. The UK government is under growing pressure to introduce the same money-back return scheme for plastic bottles in order to tackle the huge volumes of waste in the UK, where 400 bottles are sold every second. The idea has the backing of global drinks company Coca-Cola and comes amid warnings that the worldwide plastic binge poses a serious threat as climate change. Last week, new figures obtained by The Guardian established that 1 million plastic bottles are bought around the world every minute, and the number will jump another 20% by 2021. Recycling rates for plastic bottles in Britain stand at 59%, compared with more than 90% in countries that operate deposit return schemes, such as Finland, Germany, Norway, and Sweden.
Our government is constantly trying to come up with new ways to make Finland more environmentally aware.
In America, the environment is not a priority.
Long before he even declared his run for the White House, Donald Trump has been issuing periodic statements affirming his belief that man-made global warming is a myth, meant to stifle US manufacturing. Most of his tweets involve some kind of confusion between climate and weather. For example, this one. The concept of global warming was created by and for the Chinese in order to make US manufacturing non-competitive. Or this one. Let's continue to destroy the competitiveness of our factories and manufacturing so we can fight mythical global warming. China is so happy. The current president, Donald Trump, is treating global warming as a joke. For example, with this tweet. It's freezing and snowing in New York. We need global warming. Or this one. They changed the name from global warming to climate change after the term global warming just wasn't working. It was too cold.
The American dream. The American dream is rooted in consumption, and environmentalism is unpatriotic.
Information about the science and consequences of climate change have been removed from a number of federal agency websites since the Trump administration took over. But some agencies, like NASA, seem to have continued their work unhindered, and today saw the release of the 4th National Climate Assessment, an official summary of the current state of knowledge about climate change. As the report makes clear, there is no reasonable doubt remaining that climate change is a story about human actions, not natural cycles.
Environmental problems are easy to forget, but we should remember the urgency of the situation.
When I came to the UK, I didn't really know how their environmentalism would be. I had heard that it was better than the US in general, but I was pleasantly surprised at how good the recycling is, how complete it is. It's all the recycling bins are all over campus, and they have new gum stations to get rid of the gum that's left around campus. And I think just the overall feeling of environmentalism is much more widespread, and I think people understand that it's more of an urgent need than in the States.
A nationwide study revealed the shocking disparity in Britain's approach to recycling, with households being required to use anything from 1 to 9 bins. Well-meaning homeowners risk wasting their time recycling after it was revealed that 9 in 10 people are making mistakes which result in their bottles, cans and paper going straight to a landfill anyway. A survey of more than 2,000 households found 89% admitted including items in their recycling which are not recyclable. The Taxpayers Alliance said the average number of bins residents are required to use is 4, but councils use 5 bins, 58 councils use 6 and 21 use 7. Adding to the confusion, each council has its own system of weekly or fortnightly collections. It requires households to sort rubbish into blue, green, silver, white and grey bin bags. Caddies as well, with food waste collected weekly. More than 44% of UK households now recycle on average. There is an EU target for the UK to recycle at least 50% of household waste by 2020. We asked a local student what she thought of recycling in Bournemouth.
I don't think it's too bad. I know there are some Bournemouth student societies that clean up the beaches, for example the sailing club, the swimming club, windsurfers, but it is bad when the summer season's hit.
How about at the beach? What do you think of pollution at the beach?
Majority of tourists don't leave their rubbish behind, especially in the summer seasons. But there are bins available and there are people who come and clean up the beach, so it's usually quite tidy in the morning.
And is recycling good in England compared to other countries?
I don't know. I think British recycling is increasing, but I don't know about other countries.
What do you currently recycle in your house?
Almost everything. Some things we don't would be crisp packets, clean film, but majority of things like plastic bottles, most packaging food comes in is recycled.